Hello. If you're growing vegetables at home, like me, you won't be self-sufficient. There will come a time when you'll need to buy vegetables. And for me, and for potatoes, that usually happens as we move into autumn and winter. What potatoes I've grown, we've eaten. We've none in store because I haven't grown a lot, because I haven't the room to do that. And I'm suggesting you're maybe the same. So as we come to the end of the year, we're buying vegetables. We're buying potatoes. We're eating potatoes, but what I like to do is set some of those potatoes aside. To cheat them up the following year and grow them on. Yeah, we eat most of them, but I like to set some aside. I'll post a link to a video on the end of this video that shows me doing that. But what happens is, as we move into spring, those potatoes are chitting up and we plant the potatoes. And potatoes usually, in the United Kingdom that is, grow through spring, through summer, and then we harvest them. Probably back end of summer, midsummer, early autumn. We certainly don't grow potatoes through autumn and through winter in the United Kingdom. Not that I'm aware of. Certainly not commercially, and I don't know if individuals have pulled it off yet, but I've never been able to pull it off. So earlier this year, when I was planting potatoes, we had some that I couldn't find a home for. I'd run out of buckets, the raised beds were full. So I left those on the shelf. Now these are potatoes that were probably in my possession 3 months before I'd done anything with them. I'm going to cut you to some video now that will show you those potatoes. I'd just taken them out of my garage where they'd been in store, and I was planting them in yogurt cups. Now this was only 3 weeks ago. You're then going to come back to me. I'm going to show you how those potatoes have come on. So 3 weeks ago I did this. These are the 6 potatoes that I set aside some time ago. This is the bag that they came in, and it tells us on the bag that this is a variety called Yellow Queen. They were grown in the county of Lincolnshire, which is a county within the United Kingdom, and they were grown by Ben Hargreaves. Okay, time to pot these guys up, so to speak. Okay, so some of the soil from that barrow is now on this in this container, and what I've done is I've actually started to fill these yogurt pots. Now I'm going with yogurt pots because I want to make sure that these potatoes are viable. I don't want to go with 6 buckets and this won't work. I want to make sure that I've got 6 viable potatoes, and when I have, I'll move them up out of these yogurt pots into buckets, if we can get them that far. Now as you can see, these yogurt pots, at least I hope you can see, they're half filled with soil now. We're going to simply sit the potato on that soil and then top the yogurt pot off, and we're going to do no more than that. It's our seed potato. We'll sit it on. We'll bounce it with our finger, and we'll just drizzle some soil in there. How's that? 1 potato planted. Let me put that to one side. So what's going to happen here is, I'm hoping that these potatoes will kick on, and I can pot them up and they will grow on. Now, just how far into the year they'll grow on is anybody's guess. I mean, if you could grow potatoes in winter in the United Kingdom, wouldn't the farmers be doing it? instead of just crackpot gardeners. Well, I'm giving it a go. See if we can get 2 crops of potatoes from the same soil, in the same year, in the same bucket. And you're on this journey with me now. So whatever you do, make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure you hit the bell notification. And win or lose, you're going to see an end result here. They either grow or they don't. If they grow, you'll see them. If they don't grow, you'll see them. Because that's the way we roll here at Homegrown Veg. Believe in honesty, and we don't believe in only showing winners. If there's a loser, you'll see it 100%. Right, let's pop that one in there. Only one more to go. See the seaweed? That's the seaweed that's been in this compost. Still hasn't broken down. And as you know, I like my seaweed. There we go, look, more of it, more seaweed. And potatoes love seaweed. Okay. Let's pop them all up. You see them? How's that? 6 potatoes planted. Couldn't be easier. We'll give them a few weeks. If they look as though the shoots have come on and they've produced some roots, take them out of these, we'll move them up into those water buckets. And we'll grow them on for as long as they'll grow through the remainder of this summer, through into autumn. Maybe till the beginning of winter, I don't know, it'll depend on how the weather turns out. And yeah, we'll take them when we feel it's time to take them, whenever that happens to be, but I can't see it being anywhere near Christmas. I think I'll be at least a month short, maybe 2 months short, but hey, we don't know, do we? We're giving it a go. So, as you could see, we had shoots, but we didn't have roots. Now check this out. These are them. Hey, how about that? How about that 3 weeks ago? That was a potato with a few shoots. Now it's a potato with a few roots. Let's see if I can just turn a couple of these out and let you see what they look like. In fact, I may even turn them all out and let you see what they all look like, because I need to check that they've got roots, because I'm not planting them if they haven't got roots. I want roots, I want shoots. There's the shoots. Let's see if we've got some roots. Ho ho! Have we got roots? Have we? Have we got roots? Yeah, we've got roots. And we've got shoots. I'll pop that one there. Do this guy. Wow, look at that. In 3 weeks. Oh, these guys want to go. These guys have got to go up into their forever home. They've got to. They're big enough now. They've got to move out of these yogurt pots into their forever home. Yes, they have. Yeah, look at that. That's a potato plant. That's what we're going to be planting. That's a potato plant. I think they've probably all managed to produce a few roots, but look at this. Oh yeah, a lot of roots on that potato. So we're going to be planting these now in the middle of summer. And these will take 4 or 5 months to grow. So they're going to grow, have to grow through the rest of the summer months and through the autumn months and perhaps into winter. So they're growing at the wrong time, aren't they? And what will happen as these potatoes grow is the nights will get longer, the days will get shorter, and of course the weather will cool down. So it'll get colder, it'll get darker, and that's not potato growing weather. So it's a big ask for these potatoes. But we've decided we'll do it, so we'll crack on. Right, we'll take these to the wheelbarrow. I'll plant one on camera, I'll do the other 5 off camera, and then you'll get another look at these, obviously later on this year. At some point we'll either be harvesting potatoes or we'll be, we won't be. We'll either be harvesting potatoes or we won't be. Right, meet you at the wheelbarrow. So when I'm growing potatoes, I would normally use a potato fertiliser. But I've none left. We're halfway through the growing year. I used all the potato fertiliser at the beginning of the year. So we're going to spark this soil up with some bloodfish and bone. Okay. This is the soil that's already produced potatoes this year. And we're going to ask it to produce some more. Will it do it? There's only one way to find out. Stick with the channel. Okay. Let's turn this guy out and see if I can give you a close. Oh, it came out nice and easy. There you go. Now, that is a root system. Come on. That is a root system. That's not a seed potato anymore. That's a potato plant. It's got roots. It's got shoots. It's a plant. Let me just put it to one side at the time being. I'll just get this bucket. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put a couple of inches in the bottom of this bucket. Like that. I'm then going to sit the potato plant on it. And then I'm going to earth it up. Some will call it hill it up. I'm going to earth it up until these are just showing. And I'm doing that because I haven't got a lot of soil spare. I have got some. I have been harvesting potatoes, but I'm planting 6 of these, so I want to make sure. Well, let me show you that. That's it. I want to make sure I've got enough soil to get all these guys away. So we'll just do this for the time being. Okay, I'll give it a shake. How's that looking? How's that? One potato plant planted. Now, as I've said, I'll let this get a wee bit bigger, put more soil in, get it a bit bigger, put more soil in, eventually we'll top it off. And then it'll grow to maturity, or it'll grow to it fails. Whatever happens, we won't know. But if you want to know, you will need to come back to the channel. Right, I'm going to crack on. I've another 5 of these to plant, and then it'll be cup of tea time for me. How about you? Okay, hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you want to catch whatever happens to these guys, you definitely need to come back, so click that bell notification icon, make sure you're a subscriber, and yeah, you'll see what happens. Growing potatoes at the wrong time of year. Hey, homegrown veg, signing out.